Hi. In this part of the video, we'll discuss about our notebook. Our notebook is actually a kind of document making exercise where you can write your code as well as the results of the code and can publish everything on a kind of real-time basis. Our notebook is actually a part of Markdown document, and our Markdown is very important part of a kind of function of R. Uh, we'll discuss about R Markdown in the later part of R, uh, but we'll be using this notebook for writing and running code. So this is very important. This is different than R script. I'm going to first open an R script so that we can look at. Suppose I would like to write a command and the comment, then I have to use this hash button and have to write a comment actually. So today's topic is our notebook. It is a kind of document making facility in R. It can do a real-time documenting, a real-time documentation. When I say real-time, I mean that you can write your command, you can do data analysis, and you can actually prepare a complete document with this. I'll be discussing about this in a short while. Uh, this is very important. So using our notebook, you can also prepare a kind of online report, as I said, and you can choose the type of that report. It can be uh, that it can be either in form of PDF file. You can create a PDF file. You can also create a HTML document which you can publish, and then you can also create a doc file on which you can work and can prepare written content actually. So how to get our notebook? So I'll be discussing about the steps. To get our notebooks, what we have to do is the same way as our script. We have to go to the file button, and when we take a new file, there is our notebook. Okay, and this our notebook will appear. Now you have to keep one thing in mind. You may not be able to work our notebook right now, possibly because you do not have a right package for that actually. Okay, so what do you mean by right package? As I said, our notebook is part of a very much important part of Markdown document. So you need to have a package called R Markdown. Possibly you may be loading a newer version of R that may automatically have this facility of, or this package automatically be loaded. But if it is not loaded, then you have to go to the CRAN repository. We have discussed about CRAN repository. I'll discuss that about CRAN repository in detail in the next video. So you have to go to the CRAN repository, connect your system to the internet, and then you can actually download the package, R Markdown package. Once R Markdown is there in your system, you can you will find that file button will have additional like in my case, if you look at the new file, you have R Markdown, you have notebook actually. So this additionality will be added into your system. So if it is there, what you can go take file, you can click file, go to new file, and then from there you can pick up R notebook. So in this case, currently my R notebook is open, which is right now, because I'm not given any name, this is untitled. Name is untitled 2 because untitled 1 is already open actually. So this is untitled too. I have to give some name. As I said, in R notebook, you can write your process, whatever, how you're actually collecting data. It's a kind of complete documentation exercise where you can write how you got your data, from what are the sources from where you got your data. Then you can actually tell us in this particular document how to analyze the process of analysis or approach and methodology that you are going to take to analyze data, what are different tools that you are taking to analyze data, and what result you got in order to analyze data. You can do everything at one document and everything will be ready. So like in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write some very small uh, part in the notebook, and then we can discuss. And I'll also run some basic code into it, and I'll show you how does it look like actually. So you'll get familiar with this, the feature of our notebook into uh, your while you learn R, and you will. I think hopefully you will like this. So what I'm going to do is this is a basic skeleton of our notebook actually. Suppose you want to write a document. This is a title of the document that you can. Currently, the title of the document is our notebook. You can change it to, like I'm changing, an introduction to R. Okay, that you can. So what is it? It is output. You are. What do you want? You want an output in form of HTML notebook, but this can be changed later on. I'll discuss about it. So that's, you can keep it default. You need not to change it. Basically, you can change this. What are the important feature of this notebook? You can look at. This is where you can write your general text, and this is the coding part. This is the structure is same, like although the syntax is different, but it is, this gray part is very similar to your R script file actually. So in that R script file, you can run, execute and run, and they can produce a document out of it. So in this case, I'm going to write a very, what I am actually doing is currently, uh, uh, I have already some written portion. What I'll do, simply copy and paste here in this part. Uh, and because I want to preserve time. So I will copy something and then paste. So I am copying a written part. I have already written. So in place of this, I can write, this is my written part, which is I'm writing in a plain text. In this video, I'll discuss how to work with RScript file and R notebook. We've already understood some basics of working with RScript and executing commands. Remember, in RScript, we use hash symbol to define comments. Here, what we are doing, we are writing a complete document without using hash symbol. Comments are written in command. So as these commands can be understood well when we look back or someone else use our command. So this is the importance of comment actually. A very small line regarding our notebook I can write here. I'll copy from some other document and paste in our system. So this is, I'm copying and pasting. We use our notebook to describe complete steps in data analysis process. This includes location from where we're sourcing our data. I've already discussed this. Steps used in data collection and cleaning, use of different data analytics tool. Okay, analysis tool or analytics tools. Okay, analytics. Okay, so this is, I've written a very simple language part to describe it. What I can do here is, I can, as we did, we can actually write a small code. Okay, so what I can do here is I'll write a very small code, and I'll create a plot and produce a document out of it. So my small code is, let me say days. I'm making a case that there are number of deaths of coronavirus which has been reported in India. I'm taking random number right now. So days is 1, 2. Okay, I can write days directly. So days I'm writing 1 to 12. I'm taking 12 days starting from 18th of March. So I can write a comment, days starting from 18th March. Okay, so this is what I'm writing. Now what I can do is cases. Okay, and I'm recording 12 values in the cases. So first is 234, 324, 345, 378, 456, 678, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Random numbers 699, 7, then 7, then 34, then 891, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then you have 1129, 1237, and 2355. Okay, so these are the 12 values which I am going to write. How do you read, how do you run these two? Because this is a section where you can write the command like R script. How do you run? There is a small button here. This is what it button says, run current chunk. So this is known as chunk. Individual part of the R script in our notebook is known as chunk. How do you run it? You click over this chunk. Okay, now you can look at cases and days are appearing in your workspace. It means that this has run it and it is showing you the chunk. So this is how it works. Now what, suppose I want to create a plot of days versus cases. So I'll say plot, okay, days, comma, cases. I'll discuss about this later on, but this is a basic plot in what we can create in R. And then I want type, which is within inverted comma. This means type line, and I say x label, the x-axis label, which is days starting from 18th March, and then I have to describe what is my y lab. Okay, I'm also describing how to write a plot, how to create plot. Number of corona cases in India. Okay, so this is how I can do it. Now I'll run this chunk again. If I run the chunk, you can look at uh, the plot is appearing over here. Okay, now this is what it is doing. It is making one document where you can, and then you can write your code, you can run the chunk, you can get your output, and you have your output. Now what we want to actually create a complete document. So if I look at this, uh, so this is how it looks like. If you look at what we can go to the knit part, if it is not working here, there is, if you go back to the document, Control Shift K is basically the way of running the document. Okay, ideally this appears here. I think, let me check it. Yes, so you can go to preview. Okay, I'm sorry, you can go to preview. If you go to preview, it will ask preview your notebook, knit to HTML, knit to PDF, knit to Word. So we'll do one by one. We'll look at, okay. So my preview of notebook will look like this. Okay. I have to select what is my system. I'll take it default, and how my preview of notebook looks like this. I have to specify where am I saving. So I'm saving in a folder exercise R, okay, and I'm giving file name R notebook test. Okay, this is the file name I'm giving actually. So now if we the same file name is saved here, R notebook test.rmd. .rmd is the extension for notebook file. Okay, so what I can do is I can go back to the preview. So this is the preview. Okay, on the right side viewer window you can find the preview. This is how your document looks like. This is same as your HTML document. If you need to HTML, okay, what will happen, you can see what changes are happening. If you look at the console window, you had a console and terminal. There were only two sub windows. Now there is one more window which is appearing, which is R Markdown. So this R Markdown is running in your system and is creating a document, what we call HTML document. And this HTML document is, you can view it here, what we have written here, and also you can save it, and it is already saved in your folder. So I'll go to folder, this exercise folder, and show you how does it look like. So introduction to R, exercise. You look at R notebook test, which is HTML file is appearing here, and R notebook test, there is RMD file. So this is the basic notebook, and this notebook has created an HTML file. This HTML file can be used to publish your data online. It can be used for online publishing of the data. Okay, so you can directly publish your data. I'll go back to the RStudio platform again. So this is, yes, this is the platform. So I'll go back to, and then we can go back to the preview again. Now this net is appearing. Okay, so now what you can do, you can directly create a data, a PDF file out of it. I'll need to PDF. Now what is happening, our markdown window is showing, it is running right now. It can show you output file r notebook test.net. This is one file. It has created a PDF file actually, and this PDF file is what you are writing your code, your result. It is actually including everything. Okay, you can close this. This is a preview. You can go back to your uh, folder where you can see our notebook test is appearing. So it has created a file our notebook test. I'll go back to our studio part again. Some of you may not like to work with PDF because it's not so interactive. So what you want a Word file. So you can also create a Word file, need to Word. Okay. So this is a very important part where it actually, it's running right now. It's taking our notebook test net MD, which is temporary file. From there, it will create a Word file actually. Let me wait because it will take some time. It's Word file creation of Word file will take time. And now you look at this R into introduction to R, and this Word file is created actually. Okay, so this way you can create a very, we can take data. I'm sorry, hopefully this is not appearing in this. So what I'll do, I'll share the screen for, share the screen which is showing the Word file. So this is the screen which is showing the Word file. Okay, this has created the Word file actually. Okay, so this is how you can create your document using our notebook. Advantage is you can do your analysis as well as create the document. In future part of videos, we'll be using our notebook so that whatever we are discussing, it can easily be documented, and this document can be used to repeat the code or used to understand the point that we are discussing in the class. Till then, bye bye.